that was me. We'd been married 7 months. 7 months. And we jump in the car and we take our vacation to Disney. We're down here and sitting by the pool, and Mr. Old Bay says, "This is where I'm retiring someday." Barefoot Nan said, "Over my dead body, I do not do heat. Plus, look at our home. It's beautiful. I want to live there forever. I want the children and the grandchildren and the great-grandchildren to grow up there and explore the attic and dig in the basement and rummage through the garage and swim and climb the trees and run through the garden. That's my dream. That's my retirement dream." His retirement dream was Disney and the heat. Hi, I'm Barefoot Nan, and I am half of that Disney-loving couple navigating retirement. And yes, it does take some navigation, especially if you come to Disney. But there's so much that happens when you retire. You know, your dreams are there and you have things you want to do, and it does take some planning and takes a lot of adjustment. You know, I could have come to Florida and been miserable because I hate the heat, but I don't want to live with me that way. And so there's a lot of things between couples that you just have to adjust to. So here's the story. Almost 50 years ago, and 40 years later, I said, "Are you ready?" And he said, "Yeah." After I left work, we jumped on a cruise for my retirement party, and 2 weeks later, we get off that cruise. It was a wonderful 2-week cruise. Get off at Port Canaveral and come into Central Florida to meet with the woman who was selling her home in a beautiful community. So 24 hours later, we said, "Yep, we want your home. We want to move here." Jumped on the plane, went back up north, started diligently working on our house, getting it ready, painting, moving furniture, and purging. Because you see, here's a tip. If you move to Florida, check and make sure what is included in your house, because sometimes everything is included. And that was the situation here, including food, toilet paper, silverware, paper products. We could have even had all the booze, but we're not drinkers, and so she gave them to other friends, which was really very kind, and I know they appreciated that. So just when you think of retirement, if you're going to downsize, figure out how you're going to do it. And here's my other tip. You need to protect your heart, because most likely your kids and grandkids are not going to want your things. Definitely not your grandparents' things or your parents' things. They want their own stuff. And so that was a really difficult thing to do when you're having to sell or give away or donate to Goodwill, Salvation Army, the local charities. They love your stuff. Somebody's going to make a few bucks on it, but it's so much nicer not to have to fill up your garage or the basement that doesn't exist and leave it behind. So that's my tip there. So thank you for coming to my channel. This is where we are going to talk about retirement and the great excitement of it, and Florida living and Florida retirement community living and Disney, getting along with each other and making friends, all those things that you look forward to. It'll have a lot of Disney because we spend a lot of time there. Because what is one of the things we need to work on as we get older? And that is our health and fitness. And walking is what we enjoy the most. And Disney provides miles and miles and miles of walking opportunity. And so we do it. It's a whole lot better than the mile that goes around here in our community, because up there we get to choose the path and we get to choose the country and we get to just have a blast. So please subscribe to this channel. I would love to get to know you and connect with you and visit your channel and see what's going on. So subscribe and like, that would be so appreciated. And don't forget, have a magical week.